Hey, what's going on? I'm Adrian from Southwest Defense. These guys right here. And today is bench time, and I'm going to give away one of my secrets. Well, it may not be a secret, maybe somebody else is doing the same thing. I don't know, but maybe you haven't seen it. So, when it comes to gas tubes and gas blocks, you can never get it completely sealed. And if the gas isn't completely going through and there's any type of leak, it's going to affect the cycling on it. So we've had a couple of issues where we've actually, under pressure, have checked a tube, and we put in some blue super fine, almost like a talcum powder inside, and under high pressure blown it through, and we've actually seen particles coming out of the roll pin in here. Okay, so again, your gun's going to get dirtier, and you're not getting all the gas that's needed to cycle properly, so you'll be making other adjustments to make it cycle, but problems right here, and a problem like that, it's going to get worse, and again, your gun's going to get really dirty. So what I've done, first of all, what I do is, when I get the roll pin, where are they at? Here it is. Roll pins and blocks can be a bitch sometimes. You'll sit there and try to, I know when I first started about 4 or 5 years ago, pounding in my first few of these, and a taco, fold, it was a mess, and it was so frustrating. So over time, of course, you finite your skills. I've got a pair of these. They're like almost like vice grips, but they're not. But they clamp down flat, not at an angle, so it's perfectly flat and it's adjustable. So I'll take the roll pin right here, and it's got a little cut because it's got a spring mechanism in essence. And I'll take it and I'll pinch it down a little bit. Then, you probably can see it, I take a file to the ends of it and round it a little bit, okay? Then, to address the leak part, I use this cool stuff. It's called Permatex. Permatex is for aircraft fuselage sealers, for sealing any types of joints in aircraft, making it airtight, and it's rated up to, I believe, 2,000 degrees, so heat's not an issue, and we've been using this probably going on 4 years now, 3 to 4 years. And what we do is simply, it's already got a little bit on there, but put a dab more because it's been sitting for a minute. Put a little bit on there. And then, what do you know, I got one set up right here. So, this one's ready to go. Get that thing centered here. So, between pinching a little bit, not too much though, okay? You don't want it just to drop in. Again, you want to keep it as sealed and tight as possible, but just a little bit on the end, not the whole thing. And then around the edges of it. Oh, there it is. Set it. And then I'll just show you. I'll finish it off with a brass, because brass is not going to scratch it. But you can see how it's in there, and it's got that coating. Let's just finish it up. Like a glove. And then, this usually sets in about 24 hours. And I've actually also taken the threads, and I'll do that too, because we saw leaks coming out of there as well. And just a quick roll, just enough to cover the threads, okay? And then voila, And then when you get it on your barrel, completely tighten it up and centered, it's sealed here and it's sealed here. Some really good locations here. And we tested it before. After we let it sit for 24 hours, we took the high pressure to it and put the same mixture of that, like it was a blue talcum type powder, and 0. And pretty cool trick, man. So if you want to take a little bit of pride in your builds and take it to the next step of just perfecting your gas system, this is a good way of doing it. Anyway, I gotta go get some more parts, man. Later.